In the heart of present-day Hiroshima and Nagasaki, cities now known for their resilience and renewal, lie the poignant stories of those who witnessed one of the darkest moments in human history. These cities, once devastated by the unimaginable force of atomic bombs, have risen like phoenixes from the ashes. Today, they stand not as symbols of destruction, but as vibrant testaments to human tenacity and the enduring spirit of hope. They are bustling with life, filled with people who have learned to look forward through the lens of the past. These thriving metropolises, with their modern skyscrapers and vibrant cultures, are a stark contrast to the ruins they once were. They serve as living lessons of how humanity can overcome even the most devastating of tragedies. Yet, at the core of their transformation are the survivors of the atomic bombings, known as Hibakusha, who emerged from the ashes to become symbols of hope and advocates for peace. In 1945, the world witnessed the devastating power of nuclear weapons as Hiroshima and Nagasaki became the unfortunate testaments to their destructive force. This was the year that the trajectory of human history was altered in a way that was previously unfathomable. The dropping of atomic bombs on these two Japanese cities was an act of war that brought World War II to a close, but it also ushered in an era of fear and uncertainty. This cataclysmic event marked the first and only time nuclear weapons have been used in warfare. The bombs, named Little Boy and Fat Man, were dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki respectively by the United States. The immediate effect was a blast that obliterated the cities, leaving them in ruins. The heat generated was so intense that it caused horrific burns, and the radiation released led to sickness and death in the weeks, months, and years that followed. The scale of the devastation was unprecedented. In Hiroshima alone, an estimated 70,000 people were killed instantly. The death toll in Nagasaki was slightly lower, but still staggeringly high. By the end of 1945, the combined death toll was estimated to be between 140,000 to 240,000. Yet, it was not just the physical landscape that was changed. The psychological impact was equally as profound. The survivors, known as Hibakusha, were left to grapple with the horrors they had witnessed and the loss of their loved ones. Many suffered from severe physical injuries and the long-term effects of radiation exposure, including leukemia and other cancers. The bombings also had a profound impact on the global stage. They highlighted the terrifying potential of nuclear warfare and set the stage for the Cold War, a period characterized by fear of nuclear annihilation. The international community was forced to confront the moral and ethical implications of using such destructive weapons. The immediate aftermath left the cities in ruins, and the lives of the people forever changed. The bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki marked a dark chapter in human history, but they also set the stage for incredible stories of resilience, survival, and advocacy for peace that would emerge in the years to come. Scene script. Transitioning from the historical context, we delve into the personal stories of the Hibakusha. Imagine being a child playing in the park when a blinding light engulfs your city. Imagine being a mother, preparing breakfast for your family when the walls of your home crumble around you. These are the stories of the Hibakusha, the atomic bomb survivors of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Their experiences, etched deep in their memories, serve as a vivid reminder of the horrific reality of nuclear warfare. Let's take a journey through some of their narratives. In Hiroshima, a then 10-year-old boy, Toshiaki Tanaka, was playing with his friends near the city center when the bomb dropped. The last thing he remembers before losing consciousness was an intense flash of light. When he awoke, his city was unrecognizable, consumed by a sea of flames. His friends were nowhere to be found. Toshiaki's childhood ended that day, replaced by a battle for survival amidst the rubble. In Nagasaki, a young woman named Kyoko Imori was at her home, a mere 2 kilometers from the hypocenter. She recalls the sudden darkness, the intense heat, and the eerie silence that followed the explosion. Kyoko was badly injured, her home destroyed, and her family scattered. Yet she persevered, driven by a will to survive and reunite with her loved ones. These stories are but a fraction of the experiences of the Hibakusha. Each survivor carries a unique tale of that fateful day and the challenging times that followed. They faced unimaginable hardships, from physical injuries and the loss of loved ones to the stigma and discrimination associated with being a Hibakusha. Yet they refused to be defeated. Instead, they summoned a remarkable resilience to rebuild their lives and their cities. They found strength in each other, in their shared experiences, and in their collective will to ensure that such a tragedy never happens again. Their stories are a testament to the indomitable human spirit, to our capacity to endure, to heal, and to rise from the ashes. They remind us of the grim consequences of war and the profound value of peace. The Hibakusha faced the worst of humanity, yet they chose to respond with the best. They chose hope over despair, unity over division, and love over hate. Through their stories, they teach us that even in the face of the greatest adversity, we have the power to choose how we respond, how we heal, and how we grow. As we listen to their narratives, let's not just hear their words, but feel their emotions, their pain, their strength, and their hope. Let's honor their experiences by learning from them, by striving for a world where no one else must endure what they did. Their resilience in the face of adversity is both inspiring and humbling. Their stories are not merely tales of survival, but of triumph over tragedy, a testament to the power of the human spirit. The Hibakusha have shown us that even in the darkest of times, there is a light that never goes out, the light of hope, resilience, and an undying pursuit for peace. What sets the Hibakusha apart is not just their survival, but their commitment to transforming tragedy into advocacy. This is the story of how the survivors of the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, the Hibakusha, turned their personal tragedies into a rallying cry for global peace. The atomic bombings left an indelible mark on the Hibakusha, both physically and emotionally. Yet they chose not to remain silent. They chose not to let their pain define them. Instead, they used their experiences to advocate for a world free from the threat of nuclear warfare. These survivors, these Hibakusha, became the human face of nuclear devastation, a living testament to its horrors. From sharing their personal stories to speaking at international forums, the Hibakusha dedicated their lives to peace advocacy. They did not just share stories of their survival, they shared their hopes for a world without nuclear weapons. Their message was simple but powerful. No one else should suffer what they had suffered. They became the voice of the voiceless, the face of the faceless. They spoke not just for themselves, but for all victims of nuclear warfare, past, present, and future. The Hibakusha became a beacon of hope in a world still grappling with the potential for nuclear catastrophe. Their advocacy wasn't confined to Japan. Their voices resonated across borders, influencing peace movements around the world. They inspired disarmament treaties and influenced global policies. They reminded the world of the human cost of nuclear warfare, of the need for peace, and of the importance of dialogue. They became educators, teaching new generations about the horrors of nuclear warfare. Their stories became lessons of resilience, of the human capacity to endure, to heal, and to advocate for change. They became symbols of a peace movement that continues to inspire people around the world. Their advocacy is a testament to their resilience. Despite the trauma they endured, the Hibakusha refused to be defined by their past. Instead, they chose to shape their future. And in doing so, they shaped the future of the world. Their efforts aimed to ensure that the horrors they endured would not befall future generations. The Hibakusha's legacy is one of resilience and advocacy, a legacy that continues to inspire us to strive for a world free of nuclear threats. The impact of the Hibakusha extends far beyond the borders of Japan. These survivors, who faced the unimaginable horrors of nuclear weapons, did not let their experiences define them. Instead, they used their voices to shape the world's perspective on nuclear warfare, and in doing so, they made a global impact. Their stories, poignant and powerful, reverberated across continents, echoing in the halls of power and resonating with the common man. The Hibakusha became the embodiment of the dire consequences of nuclear warfare, a living testament to the need for disarmament. Their tales of survival against all odds, their resilience in the face of adversity, and their unwavering advocacy for peace captured the hearts and minds of people worldwide. In the aftermath of the bombings, the world was left in a state of shock. The images of destruction and the stories of survivors served as a stark reminder of the destructive power of nuclear weapons. The Hibakusha, however, turned this shock into a call for action. They became the catalyst for a global movement advocating for nuclear disarmament and peace. From the United Nations chambers to peace rallies in city squares, the words of the Hibakusha were heard. Their influence was instrumental in shaping international treaties and conventions aimed at restricting the proliferation of nuclear weapons. Their stories stirred nations into action, resulting in landmark agreements such as the Treaty on the Non-Proliferation of Nuclear Weapons. But perhaps the most significant impact of the Hibakusha was on society's collective consciousness. Through their stories, they humanized the abstract concept of nuclear warfare, making it tangible, real, and personal. They made people across the globe realize the true cost of nuclear weapons, not in terms of political power or military might, but in human lives. Their stories became a rallying cry for disarmament, transcending cultural and political boundaries. Through their experiences, the Hibakusha united the world in a common cause, the pursuit of peace. Their legacy continues to inspire and influence, serving as a poignant reminder of the horrors of nuclear warfare and the enduring power of the human spirit. Today, Hiroshima and Nagasaki stand as symbols of resilience and renewal. They are no longer the ruined cities of 1945, but vibrant metropolises that have risen from the ashes, embodying an unyielding human spirit that refuses to be defeated. These cities, once synonymous with destruction, are now bustling with life, culture, and progress. Hiroshima, with its modern architecture and thriving art scene, is a testament to the power of resilience. Nagasaki, too, has transformed, boasting a rich history and diverse cultural heritage that draws visitors from around the globe. Yet, amidst the hustle and bustle, the legacy of the Hibakusha remains a constant, palpable presence. It's a legacy that's etched into the cityscapes, the parks, the memorials, and most importantly, the hearts of the people. It's a legacy that has shaped these cities and indeed the world in profound ways. The Peace Memorial Park in Hiroshima, with the iconic atomic bomb dome standing as a silent reminder of the past, is a symbol of this legacy. It's a place of quiet reflection, where visitors can pay their respects to the victims and contemplate the horrors of nuclear warfare. In Nagasaki, the Peace Statue, with one hand pointing towards the sky from where the bomb fell and the other stretched out in a gesture of peace, encapsulates the Hibakusha's enduring message. It's a message that has turned these cities into symbols of peace and disarmament. The transformation of Hiroshima and Nagasaki is not just about physical reconstruction, but also about the reshaping of narratives. From being victims of a horrific tragedy, these cities have emerged as champions of peace and resilience. They have taken their painful past and turned it into a powerful tool for advocacy and education. And it's the Hibakusha who have been at the forefront of this transformation. Their stories, their struggles, their unwavering commitment to peace, these are the threads that weave together the rich tapestry of these cities' present-day identities. They are the living symbols of Hiroshima and Nagasaki's remarkable journey from destruction to renewal. The Hibakusha's legacy lives on in these thriving metropolises. Their spirit, their message, and their hope for a world free from nuclear threats echo in every corner of these cities, inspiring us all to strive for a more peaceful, compassionate world. As we reflect on the lasting impact of the Hibakusha, let us remember their stories and the profound lessons they impart. At the heart of their narratives is a call to action, a call for humanity to strive for a world free of nuclear threats. Their journey, from the ashes of Hiroshima and Nagasaki to becoming global advocates for peace, is an inspiration for us all. It reminds us that change is possible, that our collective voices can echo across the globe, influencing change and shaping a future that values peace above all else. Their stories, their resilience, and their unwavering resolve to turn tragedy into a beacon of hope are an enduring testament to the strength of the human spirit. They have shown us that even in the face of unimaginable adversity, we have the capacity to rise, to rebuild, and to effect meaningful change. The Hibakusha's journey is not just a story of survival, but of transformation. It's a story of how they turned their painful memories into a powerful message of peace. It's a story of how they used their personal experiences to influence the world's collective consciousness, advocating for disarmament and striving to ensure that the horrors they endured would never befall anyone else. Their advocacy is a testament to the power of personal narratives in shaping policy and public opinion. Their stories resonated globally, influencing peace movements around the world, and reminding us of the devastating impact of nuclear weapons. Even today, the legacy of the Hibakusha continues to inspire. Hiroshima and Nagasaki, once devastated by the atomic bombings, now stand as symbols of resilience and renewal. These cities, and their transformation, are a testament to the strength of the human spirit to rebuild and move forward. In this spirit of renewal, we are called to action. We are called to strive for a world free of nuclear threats, a world where peace is more than just a concept, it's a reality. We are called to remember the stories of the Hibakusha, to honor their legacy, and to carry their message forward. So let's take a moment to reflect on the profound lessons they impart. Let's take a moment to appreciate the power of resilience, the strength of advocacy, and the influence of personal narratives. And let's take a moment to imagine a world free of nuclear threats, a world where peace is not just a dream but a reality. May we strive for a world free of nuclear threats. Remember to like and subscribe for more content, and join us in spreading the message of peace. #Peace for tomorrow. Let's continue the conversation. Let's continue to learn from history. And most importantly, let's continue to strive for peace, for today, for tomorrow, for generations to come. Because the journey of the Hibakusha reminds us that even in the face of adversity, we have the power to shape our future. And that future begins with us. So let's take up the torch from the Hibakusha. Let's carry their message forward. And let's strive for a world free of nuclear threats. For ourselves, for our children, for generations to come. May we strive for a world free of nuclear threats. Remember to like and subscribe for more content, and join us in spreading the message of peace. #Peace for tomorrow.